Both forgeries are reports. There were some bad checks. The frauds, we had another scam that came about. I don't have a date. They didn't have a date range on that, but we had our victim is a 59-year-old woman and had met a person on Facebook that she thought was a famous actor. As they were conversing and going back and forth, this person ended up asking for money for a lot of different things. Some of it was for to purchase like land. Some of it was for charity. Unfortunately, she ended up giving money. Some of it was in the form of Bitcoin. Some of it was cash. Some of it was checks that were sent. So there's a little bit of information to follow up on, but there's probably not a whole lot that we're going to be able to do with this. The victim ended up a total, I guess a rough total of everything that was sent was over $70,000. We've seen these things time and time again. This type of scam isn't quite as prevalent as some of the other ones, but it certainly does happen where people claim to be one person. They establish some type of relationship, and you know that it's primarily over different social media stuff. But they'll kind of laid the groundwork, establish that trust, and then say that they need some money for fill in the blank. Some of it's designed to kind of tug at heartstrings, that they are going to do something good with that money, or they need that money to help out somebody else, somebody in need. And so it's like any of the other scams. All of the scammers are good at what they do, and unfortunately there's people that fall victim to them. So the biggest thing I would caution is if you meet somebody and it's specifically online or through social media, before you send any kind of money, gift cards, anything of value, do some checking, do some homework before you do that, because once that money is sent, once that gift cards are sent, there's not a whole lot of success in tracking it down and being able to find out who the suspect is, who victimized the person. So
this was a 59-year-old Sioux Falls person?
Yeah.
Male, female?
Woman. It was a 59-year-old woman from Sioux Falls.
And I know you didn't have dates on there, but is this over a longer period of time?
That I don't. Typically when they meet somebody and develop this, I guess I'll call it a quote-unquote relationship, it's usually over a longer period of time. Most of the scams, especially where people are calling, that's kind of a short-term thing where maybe a few days. So these types of scams, sometimes they may take weeks, sometimes they may take months, and a lot of that is developing that trust between them and kind of laying the groundwork for eventually just asking for money.
Are you going to let us know what celebrity this person portrayed to be?
No.
No. A movie actor?
Yeah, it's a well-known movie actor.
A male, can you say that?
Yeah, it was a male. Yeah. The larcenies.